appreciate it. A couple media outlets backed out, so we have Eric and me with the dance questions. I know you will.
All right, we got Jim Fitzpatrick walking to the cage now. Jim Fitzpatrick works with the Miller brothers. He's definitely, he's definitely he's probably the bigger of the two fighters, actually, between him and Will Dill, despite taking this fight on, what, a week's notice?
Yes. Well, he had all the medicals done. He had been looking for a fight, and he hasn't fought in almost 4 years. He's coming off a hand injury, and then we had COVID.
Yeah.
And, listen, he owns Sussex County Mixed Martial Arts. So, he's always in the gym. He's always in shape, he told me. He said he's in fight shape constantly. He's been healthy, and he just had the itch to finally get back in.
Yeah.
And he had spoke to our Matt Turnbull, lost his opponent originally, and he called our Matt Gillian on that, but we had already found an opponent. And the next thing you know, Will Dill lost Trent Stump, because Trent hurt his shoulder
Before you know it,
fight,
here we are.
then Jim stepped up and took the fight. And this is a great fight, man.
Yeah.
This is an unbelievable fight.
And speaking of Will Dill walking to the cage now, being cornered by, Will Martinez, Kyle Dawkins, and his brother Anthony Dill. Will Dill is the last person I would ever want to run into in an alley or at a bar, because Will Dill is...
I like this song.
Yeah, Will Dill just reminds me of a guy that can fist fight. And he's just not the kind of guy that I would want any part of. If Will Dill says, "What are you looking at?" I'm saying I was just getting my groceries.
He's got some heavy hands, man. He doesn't want to grapple, but he's been grappling for 10 years, so he knows what he's doing on the ground.
And it's crazy because when he fought Vilson Negroni, he showed some of the best reactions to takedowns I've seen. Both of the Dill brothers are extremely talented grapplers that sometimes it gets overshadowed by the fact that they're willing to just go out there and swang and bang. So
yeah, I mean, obviously Will's extremely athletic, explosive wrestler.
Yeah.
Especially in transitions, very explosive. But just Will's demeanor in general is just different. You can tell he's totally calm and loves being in there.
What a matchup. And listen, these corners, too, are loaded with talent. And we got over here, we got
the iconic Jim Miller.
Future Hall of Famer, let's face it. You don't get 30 fights in the UFC like he does without being a monster. Brian McLaughlin, and over there we got Will Martinez, the Dawkins brothers, and this is a great fight. Let's go.
And this fight is brought to you by RicoDemolition.com. Demo, dumpster, and Viro, they do it all. RicoDemolition.com.
Andre, do you think a 4-year layoff, listen, you're training in the gym, obviously, but a 4-year layoff from live action, do you think that plays into it at all?
Yeah, absolutely. I've always, felt more comfortable in the cage when I'm active. Earlier this year, I had 4 fights in 6 months, and I really started getting into a rhythm, especially, on my feet. I was just feeling more comfortable.
Nice takedown.
Sometimes
there
when
by
you
Dill.
take a long time off and you come back, you got to kind of go through those jitters, again.
Yeah, speaking of these jitters, run me through what's going on here on the ground here with Dill on top and half guard.
Yeah, so Dill just popped his head out. His opponent went for
the old short skirt.
The old shorts. He got trapped at the old short skirt. But
the old guillotine.
Yeah, I think Will Dill's going to hang out here in half guard.
Yeah.
Get some time off the clock here and maybe do some damage.
Yeah.
But securing this position, winning this round from half guard.
This is super good for Dill early, because one thing that both Dill brothers are really good at is they have really strong top control. It's one of those top control ground games where you feel like, all right, I think I can almost make it out of a position, and then you lose the position. And they do a really good job of neutralizing offense from the top, or even just neutralizing anything from the ground that you're willing to throw up in an attempt to threaten. So as you can see, Fitzpatrick here is hunting for an arm, and Dill is so savvy, he's recognizing all of it and is attempting to pass at the same time. And, Fitzpatrick's corner is asking for underhooks and framing, but like I said, Dill you don't really know how good he is from top because you don't actually see him here that often in his fights because he's often being put against, Olympic level wrestlers, or he's just swinging with people on his feet, but you can see what he's really capable of. Oh, but he's getting caught in a heel hook here. Oh, Fitzpatrick uses it, and he uses it to stand up. Whoa, big strike. Fitzpatrick going for it here. That was a nice flurry there from Jim.
Nice one, too.
Yeah. And Dill's good the way he's switching stances, using it to avoid the low kicks and then coming in. But I can't even tell which stance he is. He might be southpaw or orthodox. I'm not really sure. Nice inside chop from Dill. Fitzpatrick here really hunting for that left head kick. He's definitely favoring his left kick in general. Dill winging those hammers, though.
Fitzpatrick is in chase mode right here.
Yeah, he landed a really hard body kick there, and now he's attacking the choke here. Nice knees to the head.
Now he put his hand on the ground. And he lifted it up.
Oh, wow, that was smart. He literally just he said, hand off the ground and kneed him right in the face. Very, very slick maneuver there by Jim.
And everything was perfectly legitimate. He lifted that hand up.
Yeah.
The hand back down again to protect his head.
Yeah, you're totally allowed to do it. So, and way to play the rule set there by both guys. And, Jim here just, to me it seems like he may be in better shape, even though we're only in the first round. But we'll see, the night is still young, if you will. And there it is. Really, really nice transition there from Dill.
And we got 1:30 left in this round right now, and Dill, it looks like he may be back on top.
Yep, you cannot underestimate the Dill brothers from their top side. They're both really, really slick, a lot slicker than you would think. Anytime people think, you might think these guys don't know what they're doing based on, how they look or how crazy they seem, but they're very, very high-level grapplers.
Yeah, and this is the second time I've seen Will go for the long arm from the top, right? He's kind of looking for that body lock pass, but the right arm, he looks to come deep behind his back. And I think what he's doing there is he's forcing his opponent to pick a side. So obviously he can't really turn into the arm, so he's going to turn away. I'd like to see if when he turns away, Will goes to transition from there.
Yeah, Fitzpatrick, though, is staying busy from bottom, looking to do damage with elbows here.
But
But at the cost of what? He just lost position.
You're hearing some high-level quality commentary here from Ryan Cafaro and Andre Petrosky. Andre knows his way around the ground pretty damn well.
Yeah, he knows a little bit about something. But, yeah, I'd like to see a little bit more from Dill willing to posture to do damage. He's doing a good job of grinding with this forearm and, hitting these dirty little elbows. But you know it better than anybody, Andre. In order for you to create damage, you have to create posture from the top position.
I'm curious, if there's one thing I'm curious about with Will Dill, it's his conditioning.
Yeah.
And I think that for his opponent, necessarily he's got to put more pressure on him and fluster him and make him more uncomfortable than that. As far as a conditioning aspect, that's a very good round for Will Dill.
Yeah,
he didn't really have to work that hard. He stayed on top. He stayed comfortable for most of the round.
Yeah, I agree. And a fight at Dill's pace is very, very dangerous for an opponent of Dill. That being said, Jim here looks in tremendous physical condition, and anytime he did push it on the feet, it looked like he was getting after it. So we'll see what he can do going into these next two rounds, and more importantly, we'll see if Dill's cardio holds up. Because I know he dieted super hard and trained super hard for 2 hard months, but sometimes it makes you wonder: is 2 months enough at this level, or are you, or do you have to be serious about the fight game 24/7, 365 sort of deal?
Yeah.
So we're going to see what happens here in this round 2. We'll see who's in better shape.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Jim Fitzpatrick's 3-0, and, he's going to have to come out here with, I'm looking to see some aggression here,
Absolutely.
If he wants to win this fight, he's going to have to win these next 2 rounds for sure. I would have to give that round to Will Dill.
Well, he has to stay off
So let's see how bad he wants to protect this undefeated record.
Yeah.
Here we go, Art of War, Cage Fighting 22.
He's doing a really good job of
nice.
utilizing the range. Oh, an excellent job there.
And now he's looking for the takedown.
Yeah, that was slick, but like I said,
Some urgency from Will Dill here.
Look at this man.
Wow,
This man is
what a transmission.
He's just kind of, using whatever he was given. He didn't have much there with that right arm. He had kind of a grip on the head, but used it enough, had enough to transition, to sweep.
And I know that they both the Dill brothers, Anthony and Will, have trained extensively in judo, and if anything, that did kind of remind me of a judo hip toss, something along those lines. The way he was able to do that.
And what I like about Will Dill is, a lot of that round he didn't spend working that hard, right?
Yeah.
But when it came time to where he needed to have some urgency, he exploded there.
Yeah. What's going on here with the foot? What's going on with this lock?
Yeah, he's got the arm trapped a little bit.
Who's got? Oh yeah. I was trying to figure out whose arm was what. It got a little tangled in there, but and see what I mean.
The one that's
look
covered
at
with
Dill,
tattoos.
looking for the mount, and
this-
Dill has the mount.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about with Dill. People
looking for-
underestimate what he's capable of on the ground because you
Takes
don't
the
see
back.
him here.
So I'm looking. I want to be patient here. I want to continue to improve my position.
Yep.
Another short skirt situation here. That choke might be bait, You go for that choke, you burn yourself out. If you're not in a good position, improve your position here. Stay on top.
It's a little less of a short skirt situation because if it fails, at least you're in a dominant
It's a
position.
medium length skirt situation.
I got these guys thinking about skirts all night.
Something you can bring home to mom, if you will. A little more respectable.
Oh,
and
nice
a
reversal.
Now let's see if Will Dill has the same type of urgency he had from the first time he was off his
Oh,
back.
Nice
hard
elbow from
elbows.
Fitzpatrick.
And this is where I feel like in previous fights, Dill's cardio has sort of failed him, and we need to see what adjustments he's made, and if it's going to help him here. And look at that!
Oh
back
my
on
goodness.
Good recognition for the Kimura way to step over and recognize.
Look, I mean, if the goal, and I agree with it, the goal should be to try to push Will Dill with a pace and try to break him cardio-wise.
Right.
He's not doing the best job of making him work. You know? He did a good job he had his burst of urgency when he was on his back, but then the rest of the round, he's kind of just winning in a good position. He's staying in good position.
But you agree from this front headlock position, this slowly starts to wear on a fighter.
Yeah, honestly, I think Will Dill looks very comfortable here. I think he's just kind of waiting.
Okay.
You know? I don't think he's in a good position at all.
He just ate a hard knee to the sternum,
But
though.
he looks comfortable.
This is what I'm talking about,
another
though.
knee to the
That one hurt him bad.
On the ground.
Yeah, he hurt him bad with a knee to the body.
I think he was looking to get a little stoppage there, but
We still
Keith
have 2
Peterson
minutes left, too.
did not look like he wanted to stop
He's
it.
continuing to slam him to the body here.
This is a really exciting fight, man.
Yeah.
This is a back and forth battle right now.
I think that I don't know if
He needs to pressure him right now. If
Yeah.
Will Dill's hurt, Jim needs to break off and pressure him or continue to put a pace on him. He doesn't want any stalemates here.
just like that, this is giving him time
Stuff
to
the head
recover.
and punch. Lobster claw punch.
There you go. Ooh,
There you
hard
go.
hammer fists and hard elbows here. Some of those are almost sliding.
I need
to
that
the back of the
urgency
head.
out of Will Dill. He needs to explode out. He's in a burning house. He's got to get out right now.
I agree 100%. Very, very bad position for him to continue to stay in.
I love that analogy, Andre. He's in a burning house and he needs to get out.
That was nice. 1 point for Andre. That puts you at 1.
We're waiting for you. I had the skirt. He had the burning
this
house.
is attitude. It's not as much technique. He can grab a wrist and work his way up, but it's attitude. It's I got to get out. you know? I'm losing this round. I'm losing this fight. I got to get out.
Yeah,
Wow. Look at
sometimes attitudes. It's difficult to muster an attitude when you just took a knee to the sternum.
Yeah,
So-
and Will Dill's defense, like, it was probably a grounded opponent at the time. It was probably an illegal knee from what I saw.
You think you need him in the face?
You
He's hitting because you're allowed to knee the body at any time.
don't think that was to the head?
I thought it was to the body. I could be wrong, though.
Well, I've been wrong
but
before.
He's piecing him up now. Fitzpatrick, if he flattens him out again, he might get him out of here.
How much time we got on the
30
clock?
seconds left.
30 seconds left. He's got
Let's
to
see if he can make it out.
28. Yeah, Will Dill. Look, Keith is
The
starting to
hips are
step
flat,
in.
yeah.
Will's
He's
not
gonna-
looking to improve.
This is not looking good. And there it is.
Yeah.
Jim Fitzpatrick,
Wow, Jim's back.
beautiful
Jim
job.
Fitzpatrick is back.
4-0, picks up his 4th win in only 1 week's notice. A very, very impressive victory. And I think the story of that fight all
looks
came
like he
down
got
to
tired, honestly,
And
yeah.
I mean, I would get tired too if someone stabbed me in the liver with a knee full
Yeah.
force or to the sternum or wherever it hit. I'd like to see the replay to see if that knee landed in a legal spot.
It looked to me like he reacted like he was hit with an illegal knee. Like, he stopped looking at the ref like, hey, like, are you going to stop it, blah, blah, blah.
But from my vantage point, it looked like, oh God, he hurt me really bad to the body.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it could be either way. But I mean, man, I think that Jim Fitzpatrick, you know, the sky's the limit for him. And a guy like Will Dill, if he dedicates 100% of his focus to MMA, he's a problem.
Yeah.
He really is, because he shows flashes of brilliance in every fight, and if he can put it all together, I could easily see him making it to the next level of MMA.
Yeah, I agree. I think I know that, you know, cutting weight's not easy, but I'd like to see him maybe start thinking about the cut down to 45.
Absolutely.
Obviously, that's going to take a lot of discipline, you
It's
know.
going to involve a lifestyle change.
He's going to have to 100% have a lifestyle change. And
because you look at guys like Jim Fitzpatrick.
5'6"?
Yeah.
5'6", that's going to be tough. You know, he's going to run into a lot of bigger guys at
Yeah.
at
I mean,
55.
look how big Jim Fitzpatrick is, and he took this fight on a week's notice. Most
Yeah.
lightweights can't make this weight class on a week's notice.
Right.
So, all right, and we go back into the cage to hear our official announcement of the stoppage.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight ended at 4 minutes and 44 seconds in round number 2. Your winner by TKO, Jim Fitzpatrick.
Guys out there on the 4-year layoff, week's notice. First round, I thought you got pushed around a little bit. Second round, you got loosened up with so much heart. Come on, bro.
I want to say, life is good.
How's it feel to get back in here and get another victory? Listen, you were 3-0, long time, back on the winning track.
Yeah, I mean, 4-0 is a great start to a career, man. A lot of opportunities.
And yeah, I agree with you, Andre.
Yeah, I mean, great performance. He's in a good position, man. At 4-0, there a lot more opportunities are going to come. You know, whatever he wants to do. If he wants to fight for a Art of War title,
And that is a quality fourth win to his career, because
Absolutely.
like we've been saying, Will Dill is no pushover by any means of the imagination.
Absolutely
but
not.
there is an avenue and there is a blueprint to defeating him, and he followed it and executed it to a T.
absolutely.
And he fought through adversity there too,
100%.
because the first round, I mean, he did get pushed around a little bit on the ground. Dill was on top the majority of the round, so very impressive performance from Jim Fitzpatrick.
Absolutely.
Casino tomorrow night.
That fight had it all.
You got it.
For the big Art of War 23 second half, of course, of our big double feature weekend, all-star weekend, if you will, here with Art of War. We're so glad you guys are joining us here
Khabib.
tonight.
He's competing?
ADCC, yup.
It's tomorrow.
We got a great crowd.
What's 66 kilos?
Khabib's grappling at ADCC.
Nice.
Yeah.